Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading, on December 4, 2025. It's really overcast here and dreary, and it was like 30 degrees, etc. Well, I've been wanting to do this video. Well, there's so many that I've wanted to do, but I had a very harrowing morning, very annoying. But anyway, these are the top 8 reasons I love being a non-investigative test subject on the terrorist screening database. Thank you, FBI, my favorite Bureau of Investigation. Yeah, I didn't even know what you did for a living until I became targeted, and now I know. So one of the top reasons I love being a targeted person is because I receive unexpected, unique gifts. Most of which are on my mailbox, but sometimes on my driveway, sometimes in my house. And one of which was this one. Oh my! Look at the mailbox gift. Hate crime penis item minus audio. May 28, 2025. Okay, that's one of the unique gifts that I received here in Jackson County, Kentucky. Another thing that I receive, which is remarkable, I receive pentagrams drawn on my mail often. Okay. And I also receive these really, really unique gifts, guys. Part 2, found on the driveway and inside the mailbox, November 26, 2024. Animal mail, I think that's 2024. It's still under investigation, by the way. So that's the top reason why I love being a non-investigative test subject on the terrorist screening database. Number 2, I'm absolutely well known and famous here in Jackson County, Kentucky. My neighbors, everybody knows me. Everybody knows everything about me. Everybody follows me. I feel like I'm famous. I feel like I'm a celebrity in Jackson County, Kentucky. Number 3. Another reason why I love being a non-investigative test subject on the terrorist screening database is that my clothing disappears and becomes destroyed. Like my panties, my pajama bottoms, my socks, hats, gloves, whatever it is, holes everywhere. But when that happens, it gives me a reason to buy something new to replace it. Number 4, I get to collect evidence. I spy with my little eye and my cameras and everything else. You know, these people intercepted my education. I was going into the forensic psychology PhD program. Why spend all that money? I can collect as much evidence I want here in Jackson County, Kentucky, and I don't have to pay for the PhD. Number 5. I have the most wonderful subscribers. I am learning so much from you guys. Like, I have learned so much about technology, electromagnetic fields, radiation and stuff. You guys, you keep me going. You call me a badger. You call me a hero. You subscribe. You share my videos, and I so appreciate you. And if I weren't a targeted person, I wouldn't know any of you guys. Even the perps, even the cyber stalkers. I would have never experienced Gorilla Boy. I know, that was the highlight of my life for 2 solid years. The highlight. Number 6, I have been introduced to a couple of the most notable people in the targeting community. One is Dr. James Giordano. Yeah. He's in the military. You all know who this guy is, you know. He just prances around the stage talking about how hacking the brain is the new frontier. and all the things that we're going to do to your brain, and we can turn you into anything that we want you to be. And along with Dr. James Giordano, who's the newer model of Jose Delgado, that psychopath that inserted electrodes into charging bulls and would remote control the charging bull to become passive. I was just a very naive, happy-go-lucky girl when I lived at 52 Sutton Drive, Manalapan, New Jersey, and I've come to become aware of these two psychopaths, and I would have never come across these two guys if it were not for being placed on the terror screening database as a non-investigative test subject. Number 7, I receive free invasive surgical procedures. Okay, so I didn't ask for them. I didn't want them. I wasn't notified in advance. I don't know what the end result of those surgical procedures are going to be. However, I didn't have to pay a dime. I'd have to pay for them. I got free surgical procedures. Where else can you get free surgery here in the United States of America? Number 8, lastly, if I hadn't performed the type of research that I have been doing, and remember, my research was intercepted back in Manalapan, New Jersey. I was on my way to entering the PhD program for forensic psychology. By now, I would have had that PhD, and I would have been even a larger terror threat than I am now. Even at 67, yeah, I would have been even a larger threat to the community had I obtained that PhD in forensic psychology. However, I don't really need it. Why would I have to pay for that? I have come to realize that after researching John Forbes Nash, the mathematical Princeton professor who invented game theory, who was declared schizophrenic because he was noticing men wearing red ties and he thought the government was after him. Well, after careful research and using my intuition and what would have been my forensic psychology PhD, I have determined that John Forbes Nash was not schizophrenic. No, he did not have to undergo the ECT therapy. And schizophrenia is a label utilized to target the smart people, the people who are outspoken, the people who notice what's going on. It is the biggest scam. Well, no, it's not the biggest scam on the American public. There are just so many. But that will be for another video. The biggest scams in the USA. Well, I mean, there are so many. So anyway, that leaves it. The top 8 reasons I love being a targeted individual. Being gang stalked. I'm well known in the community. I feel like a celebrity. I get free surgical procedures. I get to buy new clothes all the time because they steal them and destroy them. Oh, and I forgot to mention about the unique gifts. I get free pregnant cats dumped on my property and the occasional stray dog. Right here in Jackson County, Kentucky. Do you envy my life? Leave a comment down below. I'll talk to you guys soon.